Today I'll be using colored copier paper to cover these two Papier Mâché pulp faces. Hi and welcome. This is Rozani. Now, let's move right along with the process. We'll be using liquid starch and copier paper. Now you can use the back of printed paper, which is fine, because this is just going to be the base layer, or you can use a sheet that is brand new. It's totally up to you. But I've got this leftover printed copier paper, which was printed on one side. So I'm tearing it into little pieces and applying it over the papier mâché pulp. By dipping the pieces or saturating them with liquid starch. Let's keep going. And for those of you who haven't seen my previous video on how I made these two faces out of papier mâché pulp and attached them to the jar, I'll leave a link in the description for you. Let's move right along. As you see, little by little, I've begun to cover the face. Now, it's important that the liquid starch is sticky. You don't want it to be too thin. You want it to be absorbed into the paper pieces and then be able to stick right over that papier mâché pulp. Now, I also like to dampen the pulp as well as dampening the little torn pieces. And I press them on. You could see that it's covering all of those rough areas, so it will give a smoother finish. And I may have mentioned before, this will be the base color. It can be painted afterwards or outlined or stained, whatever you want to do. If you want to add other colors to it, you can. But I always like to add a layer that will make it easier to outline the details once it's dry. So this one is nearly completed and almost ready to set aside to dry. But it does need to be pressed down, and I like to use my trusty wooden skewer to do that too, and my fingernails. You may have a special tool that you like to work with. But the key is to make sure that I press in where all of the indentations are. Now, here's the second one. I have to decide which color I'll be using on it. Let's keep going. I think I'm partial to this mint green color. It'll go nicely with the yellow. And another thing to keep in mind, which I had not mentioned earlier, is that this can actually be a lantern jar. Oh yes, it can be lined with tissue paper and then add a battery-operated votive light inside of it. One of those little candle lights. And then wherever there's an opening, you'll be able to see the light shine through. it seems to be going on very nicely, using the same process as the first one. I am running very low on the liquid starch, so I do have to make another little batch. But I'm going to try to use up as much of this as possible. And it's moving along very nicely. Let's keep going. I realize that projects such as these do take time, and that's to be expected. So I've sped up this video a little bit so that we can move along at a quicker pace. This is, of course, a very repetitive process, so you might want to speed up the video, and that's fine. You can always come back to it. So I would like to take this opportunity to say thanks for being here and for watching my videos. I do really appreciate it. My channel is beginning to grow thanks to you. As we draw nearer to Halloween, I will be mixing up my seasonal videos leading up to fall, which is right around the corner. I have lots of ideas to share with you. But I also have a lot of unfinished projects. Some of them are easy to finish, and I'm able to make them in 1 or 2 segments. There are others that have taken a lot longer, and I may not be able to show them right away. That's why I like to offer snippets through making short-form videos. But I do offer long-form videos like this one, and even longer. However, I can't afford to make too many long-form videos over 10 minutes. They are quite time-consuming. So I try to do at least one of those per month. That is to say, one of those that are over 10 minutes long. And anything under that, I'll usually provide one video that's long form each week, along with several short form videos. Well, let's keep going. Look at that. It is nearly completed, at least for the base color. But it has gotten quite damp, so it's almost time to set it aside to dry. But you can see how far we've come, and I hope that you like this type of project and that you'll give it a try. Let's keep going. When you see this, does it remind you of anything in particular? Does it inspire you to think of different characters that you can make? I hope that it does. Right now, I see many possibilities. Though it's only one face, imagine adding on to it. Oh, there's so many things that can be done with this type of project. And I'll be playing with it a little bit more in the near future. But honestly, I love making these types of faces. They are just so much fun for me. And I love that they stick right onto the jar. I mean, no glue was necessary. It just stays right on there. Initially, that paper pulp, which was mixed with the liquid starch, really holds together nicely. So I think this makes a good project for the entire family. And like I say quite often, it's fun to explore all of the possibilities. Okay, looks like I've got it on there. We've got the yellow one and the green one for the most part. Time to set it aside to dry. If you've watched this all the way through, I really appreciate it. You might want to consider doing this with your jars as well. I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.